Iverson. Is it Iverson? How do you say Iverson, the basketballer?
Iverson. Bunnies TV is proudly brought to you by Darryl Lee, George's Cameras, Sight Pizza, the Juniors Gripper Clubs, Dot Build Constructions, NG Farah, Bunnaby Water, and Blast Pit. Welcome to Bunnies TV. This is game 3 of 4. The SG Ball. It's going to be a huge clash here at Redfern Oval, live and free on Bunnies TV. Now, me and Brownie are here. Chaps can't make it today. Last week's SG Ball was huge for us, and thank you to everyone that supported us. You can live chat on our YouTube channel. You can give us super chat, give us a few bucks, super stickers, and you can also join as a channel member. You can see the Guard of Honours forming there. We just watched them warming up outside, and we're going to go through the teams, Brownie. Yep. So there's been a few changes. Dane Towns has got a thumb injury. He's out. Tyrone Munro goes to fullback, and then that means we've got a kid called Bailey Scholes from the bench. He goes up to the wing in place of Tyrone Munro. We've got Daniel Wright in the centres. Drew Williams is his centre partner. Hazen Mellors is on the other wing. I was at training yesterday. They were training quite well. Leroy Murray's to 5'8". Brent Hawkins is the halfback. Junior Selle is the prop. TJ Herring, hooker. The other prop is Jareem Lole Nagamarima. They call him JC. Thomas Fletcher and Matthias Heslin. Well, Matthias Heslin's out with a shoulder complaint, and that brings Lennox Rosati into the second row. Liam LeBlanc, unfortunately, star from Queensland, he's got a sternum issue, and so Liam Aarons has come to the second row, from off the bench, and Lennox Rosati's going to play lock, I think. So Liam Aarons and Rosati are in. Nathaniel Gallo has come onto the bench, and so then we've also got Bailey Smith, who's there, and Jacob Viru. Oh, that's right, and Petteru Pritchard comes from off the extended bench onto the bench. So yeah, look, there's a few changes, sorry, and the camera just went off there while I was reading that. We'll try and get through them as best we can, and excuse me and apologise if I don't pronounce the boys from the Bulldogs correctly. Let us know on the live chat, but I will go through the Bulldogs team. As per program, we're going to read it out, and number 1 is Callum Weatherall Stacey. Number 2, Geordie Mazzoni, coming off a hat-trick from last week. And on the other wing, Jonathan Su'a. In the centres, number 3, Michael Gabriel. And number 4, William Fualo. Number 6 will be Makaraki Amal. Number 7, Iverson Matai. Number 8 will be Jack Underhill, and his front row partner will be Jermaine Pengai. Number 9, Joshua Kanakis. Number 11 is Lajun Vito. Oh, actually, Damon Marshall is replacing Jermaine Pengai. So number 10 is out, and Jermaine Pengai is replaced by Damon Marshall. Yep, from Queensland, Yep. Number 11 is Lajun Vito. Number 12, Alakasimi Jones. Number 13, Jose Lanyon. And on the bench is Massimo Mari. Number 15, Thomas Fisher. Number 16, Jed Reardon, the son of Steve Reardon. And number 17, Funafo Sebi. So we're looking forward to this game, Mavo. Our boys coming off a loss last week, a close loss to the Warriors. It was a great game. It was a great performance from our boys. And as the Bulldogs take the field in this SG Ball Round 2 fixture here at Redfern Oval, a sunny Redfern Oval, and great scenes there with the Guard of Honour from all the Pathways teams for both teams as they run out, and the Bulldogs will be running from right to left, and it looks like they'll be kicking off as well, Mavo. Yeah, so just so you know, it's Steve Maven on the camera and commentating, Darren Brown commentating, Grant Chappell he's away, couldn't make it, and welcome to new channel member Celeste Sango, and here comes the Rabbitohs onto the field. We've got some players to watch for you. We'll get through them in a moment. Yeah, we'll go through them throughout the game. Yeah, so we're missing a commentator, but we're still going to bring you all the action. A couple of important outs too, Mavo. I think he had a really good game last week, Dane Towns. I think he's got a broken thumb. Hang on. What do you want, mate? And as the crowd
as all the Pathways teams make their way off the field. The Bulldogs are getting ready to kick off.
Yep.
Exciting times for these young kids in the SG Ball squad. They're only a couple of years away if they're committed to making it in the top level. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there's one player to keep an eye on here, and we'll go through a lot of them, and it is Hazen Mellors. He had a great game last week. He plays in number 5 on the wing. He's a big body. He loves to come in and do the tough carries, and keep an eye on him throughout the game.
Yeah, so like you said, Brownie, we're down Dane Towns as they kick off there. Tyrone Munro takes the ball, hands it off to Junior Sele, the brother of Hamawera. Hopefully his calf's okay. We'll have a bit of talk about the first grade later. But yeah, we're missing Dane Towns and Liam LeBlanc, 2 of our stars, and also Matthias Heslin, who are a good try-scoring back rower. So we've had 3 injuries, and let's hope the boys that come in get the job done, because this Bulldogs side has got some stars in it too. On the way now, that's TJ Herring, gets it off, and it's a good charge there up the middle. And the Harold Matts got beat, and so did the Tasha Gale. Yeah, we've got the sheet here too from Benny Hill. Oh, sorry, we missed that.
And that's exactly what Coach John Sutton would have wanted from his team in the first set, and that is get to your kick. And they did that extremely well. They didn't do nothing fancy, just rucked it down the middle of the field, didn't look to offload, and just got a nice kick away, and the Bulldogs work it off their line on the 30-metre line.
So as I was saying there, someone just handed me a note. So the Tasha Gale girls got beat, and so did the Harold Matts. So the Bulldogs are 2-0 in this 4-game series. We've done 2 games live, and now they've got a penalty, the doggies, and that's going to march them down the field and give them a chance to go into good field position. Yeah, so four games here, brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there's something special in every bite.
Oh, I thought it was a penalty, but no, they're taking it back.
Pulled it back, yeah.
Playing the ball.
He must have called held.
Yeah.
Haven't really got time to look at Benny Hill's tip sheet at the moment. With
Jack Underhill, he's a big lump of a lad.
Do you want it, the bottom thing, yeah?
Big lump of a lad, Jack Underhill for the Bulldogs, number 8 there. Another big body in that Bulldogs pack. There he goes again. He runs to the charges into the line and takes 3 players with him. Jack Underhill.
That was a good run.
And the Bulldogs on the attack. Matai throws a nice ball there to Vito.
Oh, I was lucky there.
Was that an offload? I missed the offload.
I think it was, yeah, back on the inside. I was lucky to get it.
Kanakis throws a long ball out to Amal, who puts a nice little kick in. He needs a bounce, and he gets the bounce. And Jonathan Sewer goes over for the first try.
A bit of a lucky bounce there, Brownie. He got a deflection, I think, on the way through. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's a good start for the doggies, an ordinary one for us.
Well, it was a fast start from the Bulldogs, who go out to a 4-0 lead after only 3 minutes of play.
Yeah, so on the NG Farah scoreboard, there's 32 minutes left in this first half of this round 2 SG ball contest. The wind's got up a bit. It's a nice day here. It's 4-0 to the doggies, kick to come, and yeah, they got a good start.
A nice kick over into open space there from Marakai. He definitely needed the bounce. If it bounced any other way, they probably wouldn't have scored the try, but it just sat up right into Sewer's hands, and he went over and scored the first try of the match, and he will look to convert his own try there. I think that's him over on the wing.
Yep, so players to watch for South. We've got Bailey Scholes has come onto the wing. He's from, you spoke to his mum, Brownie. He's from Kempsey.
Yeah, well, I know I actually spoke to Alan Strickland, who organised for him to come down here. Stricko, I actually played with Stricko in the juniors. We won an S3 ball competition together. He played in the S3 ball when we won he was the captain. He's up from Newcastle, but yeah, geez, he's born in Kempsey. He's from the Dungutty and Gumbaringi tribes. He played juniors with the Kempsey Dragons before moving to Newcastle in 2014, and he played his footy at Newcastle with West. So played plenty of rep footy. New South Wales under 16 Indigenous team. He's won the NRL Schoolboys State Trophy in 2020 for Open Boys Rugby League. And there's plenty of other stats on him as well, which we'll get throughout the day. But he made his first grade debut with West at the age of 17. Now, let me tell you, that's no mean feat, because that is a strong competition up in Newcastle.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it is, sorry. And that one was waved away. That was Jonathan Sewer, I think, trying to convert his own try. And that leaves the score at Doggies 4, Bunnies 0. 30 minutes left in this first half. And there is Tyrone Munro, who the Borough have called the Gazelle, kicking off. And players underway again. Stop what with his feet there, the Doggies player. So we're live and free on Bunnies TV. Mavo on the camera and chatting. Brownie on the mic. And we're doing our best without Chaps, our leader here, who called the game last week. You would have all heard. But we're doing our best without him. And this is the third game of 4 at Redfern Oval on the Saturday. Live and free on Bunnies TV.
And just a shout out to Adrian Zip. A good channel, he said. I live in the US now, and seeing the sun and old Redfern Oval makes him homesick. Well, it certainly should, mate, because this is one iconic ground. Does anyone know if Balmain has a channel showing their juniors? Thanks. Well, look, we're unaware of any other club that is doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate. We love the Bunnies, and we love bringing the content and connecting the Rabbitohs community. And there's Hazen Millers, a big charge upfield. Hazen, a player that we just spoke about, loves to come in and do the tough carries. Drew Williams backs it up with another one, and the Rabbitohs go on the attack. They're just about on the 50-metre line. Herring out to Murray. There's big Thomas Fletcher out there on the left-hand edge. They keep going the same way. Munro. That was forward, that ball, yep. It looked a little bit forward from here, and he flicked it out the back. John Sutton won't be happy with that play there.
Come up with the error there. So another player to watch, Drew Williams. We're going to get his uncle, Paul Mellor, up here later. His mum, Louise, is Paul Mellor's younger sister. So he's a good player. Liam Aaron, who has come into the second row for Haslam. He knows his role. He's a good back rower. So there's a few to watch here. They're coached by John Sutton. Assistant coach is Eddie Payer. So they've got 2 NRL players looking after them. I was at training yesterday. They look good. So let's see if they can hit back here against the Doggies, who've got the ball now. Working it out. 35 metres out from the... What do they call that end, Brownie? The used to be the Zetlin end, or no?
Over there, down there. There was
the Kenzo end, wasn't it? The Kenzo.
Kenzo was down here.
Oh, okay.
Down here on our left-hand side.
Yeah. Well, it's the southern end anyway. The Botany end. Let's call it the Botany end.
The Botany Rams.
Yeah, the Botany.
And plenty of Botany Rams juniors in this side.
Yeah, there is
today. A great club they are, Borley Oval, where they play a lot of their footy.
Yep.
As the Bulldogs charge forward through Lenyon. Lenyon plays the ball back to Kokonakis, who offloads back to that man, Joshua Konakis.
Taken there by Tyrone Munro. They're going left.
Matai puts in a nice little kick and regathers, and another try to Michael Gabriel.
Yeah, that was a little bit too easy, Brownie. It was a beautiful kick there.
It was a beautiful, nice touch, deft kick into the South Sydney in goal, and once again the bounce sat up beautiful for Gabriel, who goes in to score their second try of the afternoon. And Canterbury lead 8-0 with 26 minutes to go in the first half, and both tries, Mavo, come off kicks.
Yeah, so look, this Bulldogs back line, there's stars right through it. So the players to watch is the fullback. His name's Callum Weatherall Stacey. He's in the Queensland under-19s emerging side with Hazen Mellors. You've got Geordie Mazzoni, who scored a hat-trick last week. Now, he can still play flag. He not still play flag. He goes up and plays flag. One of the first picked. William Afualo, he plays flag as well. He's number 4. And Jordan Sewer, we've already seen score. And then that was the other centre who scored a try. So they got attacking weapons all over the field. Now, number 12, Alec Asomi Jones. Now, we had someone said that they're here to watch him in the chat. I just saw that a bit earlier. They call him AJ Jones, and he's named after an island in Tonga. So Aleka Lasimi is an island in Tonga, so no wonder it's a bit hard to say, so we'll just call him AJ. But he's a player to watch as well. And then as we watch Sewer here, we've got a good angle of this one. We'll watch this kick. There's a bit of breeze here now, so it's not easy that any kick into this sort of breeze. You can see his hair flapping around there. He's got the locks. Oh, he's a Sewer. We had Jaden Sewer just left the club last year. But he struck that good. Look at that. Straight between the posts.
And maybe the players you just mentioned, you mentioned 3 of their outside backs. 3 of the back 5 have all played jersey flag last year. And we spoke to Billy Millard, Shane Millard, who's in charge of the pathways coming through. And that's a great experience to bring back to SG ball level. And
yeah,
obviously after this competition, they will go straight back up and play at the jersey flag level. And yeah, you've just seen some of their experience by scoring a try.
Another one to watch down there, number 16. That's Jed Reardon. That is the son of Steve Reardon, who was at the Doggies when we were there, Brownie. So we were both We were both at the Doggies. So we're unique to calling this game, Brownie. We played at both clubs at the top level. And Steve Reardon, who's obviously a legend of the Doggies, that's his son there on the bench who I just zoomed in on. We're back on the action here. And there's a few more players to watch. We'll get to them. But you got Mari and Seve off the bench, who are both exceptional. And Damon Marshall, who come in number 21, he's in that emerging Queensland Origin side as well. So it's stacked full of talent, this side. And our boys are on the back foot, down 10-0 with 24 minutes to go in the first half of this round 2 SG ball clash at Redfern Oval, live and free.
Tyrone Munro
Bunnies TV.
retrieves a kick there, the midfield bomb, so to speak. Takes it in. There's Drew Williams, who gets behind and gets driven back some metres by the Canterbury defence.
Oh, a bit slow in the play of the ball there, but he's let it go.
Hazen Mellors
Come in for some work.
Merring, quick play the ball from Mellors, and Merring takes off for
Herring. TJ Herring.
Herring.
Missed a couple of goals last week that were crucial for the side. I seen him at training yesterday. He looked fit and well, ready to bounce back. I didn't ask him if he's been doing any goal kicking practice, but I didn't want to go there. But that's well fielded by the fullback there. That's the Weatherall Stacey, who's in that under-19s Queensland emerging squad. So he's a talented cane toad, as we say.
And there's Jordan Mazzoni. He scored a hat-trick last week of tries.
Yep. And
once again, he's very talented
Geordie?
as well. Yeah, Mazzoni.
Yep. Geordie Mazzoni. That rolls off the tongue too, doesn't it, Brownie?
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not saying it too much today, because the boys are on the back foot here, and they've made a mistake there. Now that's just what we needed, the Rabbits.
Yeah, the ball went to ground and over the touchline, and the South will get the feed.
Yep.
And will be on the attack 40 metres out. So we should have a great opportunity at the back end of the to put on some points.
Yeah, and Bunnies TV is proudly brought to you by Darryl Lee, and we've got this month the Rice Bubbles Crispy Chocolate Balls, and we've also got Side Pizza and Dot Build Constructions. Dot Build Constructions have come on as a new sponsor, so anything you need done at home.
Yeah, if you live in the area, especially of Little Bay or Maroubra, do yourself a favour and have a Site Pizza. They are unbelievable, very tasty. I like the pizzas, and as Drew Williams works his way down on the right-hand side, Munro in a dummy half. He dummies and goes down the short side. He's got plenty of speed and strength, and Munro will score. Tyrone Munro shrugged away defenders and goes over and scores beside the post on the right-hand side and takes the score to 10 points to 4 in favour of the Canterbury Bulldogs with a kick to come.
Well, we needed that, Brownie, didn't we? And Tyrone Munro, who Tony from the Borough has called him the Gazelle. There he is there, and he's got the body shape. He can go. He scored some good tries on Bunnies TV already this year and last year. And, geez, just took off and just showed how elusive he is. He's strong. He beat a couple of players and just found his way to the line. That's what we love about him, Brownie. He knows his way to the try line.
Yeah, well, the replay's a little bit behind from where it was last time. They're still at the scrum, but I'll just go off memory. But yeah, Tyrone Munro decided to do it all himself. He just took off from dummy half,
Geez, the wind's getting up now.
As there's been a change of kicker, Daniel Wright, who we've been told is a very good goal kicker.
Yep.
From our man Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
He scored a lot of points for the Harrow Mats last year. He's a nephew of Ken Wright, the former South Sydney Rabbitoh, and he's kicked it straight between the posts.
There you go.
Gee, we would have loved that last week, wouldn't we?
Yeah, well, we were none from 4 last week, and we had a goal kicker in the quality of Daniel Wright that didn't get an attempt, and so he has been given the duties this week.
And I'm just watching the replay now. Munro, he faked the go to the left, and then he ended up scoring straight down the middle of the field. He shrugged away from a couple of defenders, and Tyrone Munro goes on to score, and the score is now 10 points to 6 after Wright converted the try with 20 minutes to go.
Well, we needed that. You need your star players to step up, and that's exactly what Tyrone Munro did there. He's put his side back in the game, and it's game on now, Brownie. Round 2 of the SG Ball, live and free on Bunnies TV. Mavo and Brownie here. Chaps is away. But we're just going to do our best without our star caller. And so far, we've had some good feedback on the other 2 calls. We're doing 4 games back-to-back. It's a marathon. And if you can help us out by giving us a few bucks in our live chat, a super sticker, your comment will stand out, or your super sticker will stand out, and we will mention you on the show. If you've got any feedback, we'll try and do our best to get to it. But what the Bunnies need to do here is get to their kick after points, and Jesus, it's been a good set.
And we're doing, it has been a great set, Mavo. We're just working it down the middle, the forwards, just rolling their sleeves up and working their way down the field. It is the last tackle now. Herring looking for his halfback in Brett Hawkins, but no, he goes the other way to Murray, who decides to run and then puts a nice little grubber in.
Yeah, well fielded
and
there by
Weatherall
Stacey. Oh, sorry, I've looked away at my sheet there. So trying to do multitasking here. We're doing our best. And
great
so far,
defence
so
there from the Rabbitohs. We're getting numbers in the tackle, and that's what you want. Speed off the line here.
Exactly. So they completed their set. No, they've dropped the ball. So we said it in the last call, and that's what George Piggins used to say to us, Brownie. You kick the ball long, and you hope the opposition come up with an error, and that's exactly what's happened. A good chase, good kick, come up with the error, and now this is a golden opportunity for the Rabbitohs SG Ball team to put some more points on the board with 18 minutes left in the first half here at Redfern Oval. The sun's out, it's warm. We've had a few drinks breaks. There's the drinks coming out now. You can just see down there. And
I think we're going to the scrum. We're going to play. We don't want the drinks break just as yet. I know the Bulldogs fans are calling for it, but
they're going to have
They're going to call it. We didn't really want it then.
No, we didn't. So might just tell Paul to come up at half time, Brownie. I think that'll be the go.
Yep.
And here we go. We've got Adrian's up. Plane crashes. Aussie Stories. Give us $2, mate. That's legendary, Adrian. And David Chalmers said, what a set from South. So there you go. That was a magic set. So you want to get a set like that after points, Brownie. And Johnny Sutton, the 336 game legend, that had him written all over it. Get to your kick from points. March down the field. Make sure you don't make an error. And that was beautiful football there from our boys. And
a big shout out to you, Adrian.
I'll just go and tell him, Brownie.
As the Rabbitohs, they're back from the drinks break now. They look to pack the scrum. Don't be surprised if you see him go down the left-hand edge here towards Daniel Wright. He's very classy. He's good on his feet. Tyrone Munro will want his hands on the ball as well, and there they go. They go down that left-hand edge, and like I said, Tyrone Munro will go in and score his second try of the day, and that'll take the score to 10 points to all. 10 points to all. 10 all here for the round 2 fixture between the Canterbury Bulldogs and the South Sydney Rabbitohs SG Ball teams.
Well, I just went and had a chat to Paul Mellor there off camera because we've got no one helping us here to talk to people that we want to get on. He's going to come up at half time. So just as they fed the scrum, I grabbed the camera and I just got the try. So on the highlights package, we'll be able to grab that try. Not as probably as smooth as I would have liked, but you get the idea. What happened there, Brownie? They just got it out to our man Tyrone Munro, and he's gone over for a try on the left. And so our star player, Tyrone Munro, who is really close to the Fox, Josh Adokar, he's a close family friend of him. And he's also close to, what's his name?
Humdinger.
Humdinger as a TikTok sensation.
I think he might be related to Humdinger. And just a quick shout out to Rob Trelaw, channel member, who donated $5. And he's got a bit of a comment there. If you can support the fellas with anything you can so they can build and make this channel bigger and better. And that's what it's all about, Rob. It's all about making great content for you guys out there so we can live and stream. And just going back to Tyrone Munro, what a superstar he looks like, Mavo. Second try of the day. He did it all on his own. He had a couple of players outside him, but he didn't need them, and Wright strikes his ball well, and it's waved away. Quite windy here now at Redfern Oval.
It is a bit, yeah. And on the NG Farah scoreboard, since 1962, South 10, Canterbury 10, with 16 minutes to go here, live and free on Bunnies TV. And thank you to our channel members. You can become a member of this channel, and we give you exclusive content. It's only $6 a month, so about $70 a year, $72 a year, and you're helping us out here. Brownie's had a day off to do this. We're going to stand here for about 6 hours and call this, and we don't work for the Rabbitohs.
And I'll tell you one thing. You just said stand, Mavo. I'm starting to cramp up. I'm going to have to head the blast pit after this.
You are.
Get a massage.
Yeah, blast pit, get an ice bath, get in the sauna. They'll hang you upside down on the gravity machine.
Yeah, and if anyone out there is watching this live stream, jump on Blast Pit, their Instagram page or their social media pages. If you've got any niggling injuries or your tightness in your back or anything like that, make sure you give Blast Pit a call. And just a shout out before that goes, Christopher Peterson, aka Rabbitohs Tundra, US $5. My wife and I enjoy your channel. We usually have to get up at 2 a.m. to watch Australian rugby. Well, mate, thank you all the way from the US.
Oh, we've got a penalty there, Brownie. So the boys have turned this around. Now we've had a super chat. Sorry, and who is it, Brownie?
It's RAAB 1712.
Yep.
So we're not sure of your name, but thanks for the live feed, fellas, and that's a pleasure. We love doing this.
$8 is exactly what we need.
You guys.
It all adds up. Sorry for talking over you, Brownie, but we're doing our best here. We're rookie callers, but I'm enjoying this, Brownie. Yes, the feet are a bit sore. We are doing 4 games back-to-back, which is unheard of.
As Hawkins goes to the line, gives it to Munro once again down this right-hand edge, and the Rabbitohs are back on the attack. Herring, the number 9. Plays it to Sele. Sele charges into him.
Good run. Junior Sele, brother of Hamoruera.
That's on out the left. Long ball out to Murray. Murray out the... Throws the dummy and takes a tackle. And they've still got one more tackle to go. Herring at dummy half. Hawkins is on the left. Hawkins goes to the line. Inside shows. Little grubber kick. It's a nice kick.
Let it go. And he's saved the day there, Sewer. And we get a repeat set. Now that's what you want from your halfback, Brownie. Repeat set, build pressure on the opposition, and then points usually come from that.
Exactly, Mavo. And Hawkins, similar to his older brother, he's got a great little short kicking game, similar to what we've seen last night from Dion to Powell in the first grade. And
Neon Dion, we're calling him.
Neon Dion. And Hawkins just got his team there a repeat set as the boys let the ball bounce, and Munro passes it on to Sele, who charges into him off a standing start.
Yep, I seen him at training yesterday. Said hello. He's a solid boy, and hopefully his brother's all right, because Hame suffered a calf injury last night. We're hearing that it might not be too bad. Let's just hope it's
here in 2 or 3 weeks. As Herring passes it on to Hawkins. Hawkins out the back to Murray, who once again throws a dummy and goes to the line.
Yep.
His outside men had a little bit of pressure on.
I spoke to Jai Gray yesterday. He said he might only be about 3 weeks away. He's a star of this side.
And there was a comment in the live chat wondering where he was, and he pulled a hamstring in the trials as the Rabbitohs are still on the attack here. Herring out to the left-hand side to Murray. Murray out the back to Murray, who throws a long ball, and it goes into a score. A nice try, untouched. Who was that, Mavo? The winger.
It's a winger on the left, Brownie.
And I've just got to get the changes.
Is it? No, the winger didn't change, did it? The left winger?
Yeah, the left wing. Oh, that's Bailey Scholes. Bailey Scholes, our man from Newcastle.
Oh, is it? He's in. It is too.
Bailey Scholes.
Yeah, from
we'll
Kempsey.
Just give him a rap.
Yeah, so he played for West. West Newcastle. Was it West?
That's right. We'll just give him a rap. He played with West at first grade at the age of 17.
So the number 16, he's come on, obviously, because, we lost Dane Towns. So
Munro went to fullback.
Munro went to fullback. And I don't mind Munro at fullback now, Brownie, because it means he gets more ball.
Yeah.
And so that's that reshuffle, and we weren't quite sure there. Let's have a look at him, Brownie. So is that him? Is that him over there? Who are we looking at? Has he got the rat's tail there?
That's him. It looks like that's him.
The rat's tail.
And if we've got somebody out there, Stricko, if you're online watching
let's see if he turns around here.
Live stream.
There he is. That's him. I reckon he's got the water bottle now. He's a solid thing. Yeah, that's him definitely, Brownie. Look, so he's out there. We've got the rat's tail at the back. He scored. He's next to the blue shirt there on the right. And geez, who threw that ball out to him, Brownie?
That was Tyrone Munro.
Oh, there you go.
So he scored two and a try assist, and that takes us to 14 points to 10 with a kick to come. Then right, he strikes it, and we missed that goal again.
Sorry about the coverage. I had to flick the camera around.
Yeah, Bailey Skulls it was.
Yeah, got carried away looking at young Bailey Skulls. And we got a bit of info on him, and he's scored a try that has put his side up with thanks to Bunnaby Water with a purpose. 14-10. South Sydney Rabbitohs SG Ball lead the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs SG Ball 14-10 with, you can see it right there, 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
Now, he's from Kempsey, okay? And now I'm pretty sure Latrell, that's where Latrell hails from. I know he lives in Taree and he's got a farm in Taree, but I'm pretty sure Latrell hails from Kempsey. If any of the viewers out there are watching this, can you let us know if that is a true story? Is that where Latrell
big hit.
and Chakwaya are from? And that's a penalty.
He's got him in a lifting position. That's this big unit here, Brownie, the one coming back, number 17. What do you got for me on him? There he is. He's going to get called out.
Yeah, number 17 for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Fo Sevi. Now, he's a first-year local junior from the St Christopher's Club.
Yeah.
He was exceptional last week off the bench, but he's very lucky to stay on the field there. He probably could have nearly got 10 minutes. And
it's a fair bit of him too. He's not small.
And a shout-out to Glenn Carpenter. Another nice donation, mate, $3. We appreciate everything you do. You're a channel member. You're one of the great supporters of our show. And just to all the viewers out there, we just don't live stream games. We do weekly shows, so if you jump onto our YouTube channel, you'll find all our content on there, and also our website. We write articles about all the South Sydney content, bunniestv.au, as the Rabbitohs lead 14 points to 10 here with 10 minutes to go in the SG Ball fixture.
We also do, that's a good shot. We also do go live at the captain's run in this very position when the Rabbitohs are at the captain's run. So we do the first grade a lot too. We're not just pathways. So yeah, plenty of content on Bunnies TV. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and support us. Thanks. Good ball there on the left. So they've come to life here, Brownie. They were down 10-0. They're up 14-10, this SG Ball team. There's a kick, good kick there. They've got the kick. Oh, good take there from Weatherall Stacey. You can see why he's highly rated, Brownie. He's safe as a bank. And now that's Jaden Sewer hitting it up from his own line, giving his forward. And they've been driven back there by South.
Great defence there. I've seen Thomas Fletcher in there pushing them back. We had great numbers in that tackle.
Yep, so this is where you want to do. You want to complete your set and pin them down here and make them work out on a hot day. They've got some big boppers, as we just saw there, number 17 come on. Fo Sevi.
Great defence there from Hawkins up in the face of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, brother of Footy Dean. Rabbitoh, he's played first grade. And he looks a lot like him too, young Brent. The wind's blowing hard here. We're a bit worried the laptop's going to blow off. So
they're into the wind, the Bulldogs here, so that kick's holding up a little bit. We let it bounce once again. And Bailey Skulls brings it back in. The try scorer bounces off one, charges up the middle. And he makes his way up to the 27-metre line as we work off our line. Hazen Millers loves the tough carries, loves the big stuff.
Good run, and we've got the penalty.
And we earn a penalty there.
So here we go again, Brownie. We're back again. And we've got plenty of people live chatting here and watching this stream. It is two local teams, so there is a decent crowd in the stands, three-quarter full. There's not a lot of people around the ground in the sun because it's bloody hot.
And David Chambers has just live chatted. What do you guys think of Shaq Mitchell playing today in the All-Stars? Well, I think it's great. It's his second year in the All-Stars. He got his opportunity last year to play. He held himself well. He accounted himself well. I thought he played well in that game, and I expect him to go well tonight. He's lost a lot of weight. He's in the best condition he's ever been. As we go down the left-hand edge, and a great ball there from Munro onto Scholes, who throws, long ball.
He dropped it.
Wow. It's just gone forward, but another opportunity just gone begging there. It was a great ball inside there from Scholes. We created opportunity. Oh, it's going to be touch. It's going to be a South feed here.
Oh, it's a knockdown, is it? Oh.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty to the Rabbitohs.
And channel member Jezza Day has given us $10 in as a super sticker. Thank you, legend. And okay, so it looks like I've done a touchies report here. He's going to go and report. So it's been a late hit. I don't know if we caught that on Bunnies TV live and free, but yeah. So there you go. He's called him out, and it's not the big fella again, is it? No, it's someone else. I'm not quite sure who that is, but yeah. So
keep an eye on number 18 too, Mavo, and to the viewers out there, Pritchard. We signed him from Penrith.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure if he's signed, but
so that was number 12 there that got the running caution. Oh, not the running caution. Number 12, AJ Jones. So
AJ Jones.
So yeah, we've got the ball. We're on the 50-metre line, and we're on the attack with 6.5 minutes left in this first half. They're up 14-10, and our boys, the SG Ball, they've roared back into this game thanks to Tyrone Munro double and a try assist.
And it's been all the Rabbitohs for the last 10 minutes. And we'll go on the attack here on the 30-metre line, attacking the Bulldogs. Herring taps it, charges into the line. Viru, who's just come on as a replacement.
Yep.
As we work to the middle of the field, Viru onto Nagarima. Yep. Another big bopper. JC. Herring. Goes, dummies right, goes back to the left. Murray, short ball to Fletcher.
Tommy Fletcher. Shout out to Dad Nick.
He's
Big
watching
fan of the show.
Big fan of the show. Murray, there he is again, number 17, and that's Viru. His second hit up in the set of 6. A quick play the ball. We come down the right to Hawkins, out the back to Munro. Munro steps, he's well defended this time.
Up on him that time. Was that, yeah.
And a lost ball. That's not too bad. I mean, it's the last tackle down on their line. It's a turnover.
Yep, 5 minutes to go. You're watching this on our George's camera in George Street City. You can get the light rail there and get off and go and mention Bunnies TV because all your camera needs. Yeah, Jezza Day, I've already mentioned that. Thank you, mate. Channel member, so you can join this channel and support us.
And it's a great concept to get your chat noticed, guys. If you can just give us a little donation. We're not Channel 9, we're not Foxtel.
Yep. We're Bunnies
We're
TV,
Bunnies
live
TV.
and free.
Yeah.
So this is...
And I hope you guys out there who are watching the live stream are enjoying this. We're bringing it to you live from Redfern Oval. This is the SG Ball fixture, round 2 between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Canterbury Bulldogs. And the Rabbitohs lead 14 points to 10 with 4.5 minutes to go as the Bulldogs get a penalty on the 30-metre line.
So a ruck infringement. We didn't need that, Brownie. There's nothing worse when you're defending and somebody gives away a penalty. I know I used to hate that. But anyway, Sutto will be into them. They need to hold them out here. There's 4 minutes left in this half. So they'll only get the ball once, maybe twice. So they need to defend here. They're a star-studded side, this Doggies mob, and that's a good charge there from number 11, Brownie.
Yeah, Vito charges into him. It was a great tackle there in the end by Hawkins. A big man on a little man. We just spoke about that earlier. And they're charging back into him, number 17, and that's Fanofo Seve. Seve, hard to put down. He's still wrestling him. 3, 4 on him as the hooker takes off. Koinakis.
Koinakis, is it? Yeah,
Koinakis.
A Greek boy by the sounds of it. Oh, and he's been slammed back there. Oh, there's a bit of a melee here.
Koinakis. There's a bit of push and shove. That's Munro just joking around. And that's good of him to do that. Just settle things down.
Yep. So what are they going to do
14
here?
points to 10.
They're not kicking
with
for goal.
3 minutes to go. No, they're going to tap the ball and they're going to keep the pressure on. It's into the wind.
So they need to hold them out.
Like the old days, Mavo, it's probably a 6 or 10 point win, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So the way it is, it's 14 points to 10. We're 4 points in front with 3 minutes to go. And the Bulldogs are attacking the line. We've got to hold them out here. We are Bunnies TV, so we are cheering them on. But we're a non-biased channel here, so we will call it
we're unbiased, yeah. Well, we are a bit biased, but, you know, we try and be fair. Oh, good ball there. Little
as they go out.
Oh, good defence. He stayed in. He's managed to stay in there.
Great defence over there from Bailey Scholes, who's come on as a replacement. He scored a try. He's made inroads, and the mail we got on Bailey Scholes is all positive, isn't it, Mavo?
Yeah.
He looks good out there on the left wing.
Yep, he does.
As the Bulldogs attack. Tyrone Munro's there to regather.
Oh, well done there. The Gazelle, we're calling him. The Burrows calling him the Gazelle. We'll call him it here on Bunnies TV. There's Hazen Mellors, the big unit, big winger. That's what you want him. Come in and take a tough carry. I think that's Drew Williams in there at dummy half. Hit up there. They just need to get to their kick here, Brownie, and I don't know if they can almost run it out here.
And that was Pritchard, the man I was just talking about. Fletcher. No, is that Fletcher? No, I don't think it is. No, it's not.
No, that wasn't Fletcher, I don't think.
That's Viru, number 17.
Okay, yep.
We go down. That's Fletcher now. He charges in on there on the edge. He gets his hand free, but decides to quick play the ball. He tries to get up quick. Last tackle. Murray puts it long. That's a great kick into open space. That ball's going to go long, and it's going to be too big.
Yeah, it's a big breeze.
And like you said, Mavo, at least a 10-point breeze going into the second half, where hopefully it dies down in the second half as the Bulldogs struggle to get back on side.
Oh, and there's Hayes' mum has given us $15. Thank you very much. What she said there to us, Brownie.
Appreciate being able to watch my boy live. Thanks, team. You guys are legends, and we love bringing the content to you. And Hazen having a great game. There he is, Mazzoni, the hat-trick try scorer last week, runs down the left-hand edge, and there's only 50 seconds to go, and the Rabbitohs are under immense pressure here from the Bulldogs. They go down the right-hand edge. .30 seconds to go. That was Amu. A little sneak down the left-hand side. The outside men are calling for it. Onto Mari. Mari takes it forward. A nice little hit up towards the middle of the field.
20 seconds to go.
Everson Matai is calling for the ball. He gets it. He goes out the back, turns number 3, Gabriel, under the post, and he's short. And great defence there from the Rabbitohs.
There it is.
Who was that round the legs? Was that Herring? Or was that? Yes, it was. It was Herring, the hooker, number 9. A great tackle there round the legs, who saves a certain try with 10 seconds to go. And there it goes, the hooter. And the Rabbitohs are going to go into the break 14 points to 10 after being behind 10-0 at halftime. Behind 10-0 at the start of the game.
Yep, so there was a real let-off there, 14-10. We'll watch them come in here. We're going to get Paulie Miller to come on for a chat now, so hang around in the halftime. Yeah, all right, I'll speak to him then. Just leave that one.
And a big thank you to everyone who just donated in that half. And yes, Charmaine, the Bulldogs made a nice break down the left-hand edge there when you donated for us. A nice $15, and it's very appreciative. We got to meet you last week. It was nice meeting you, a great family.
She's an Olympic basketballer.
Yeah,
and she won, I think, a silver medal at the Commonwealth Games for New Zealand. So she's a talented athlete, and Dad Vince is played NRL as well. So.
Yeah, he did, and it's no wonder Hazen can jump well. His mum was an Olympic basketballer, so
yeah.
A big thank you to you guys.
We're going to pass it over to Paulie Mellor here. Brownie's just going to duck away for a minute. So I'll just stay on the camera here. So just come around a bit towards that way, mate, so I can get you in the shot a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to Bunnies TV, mate.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So you're obviously here to watch your nephew, Drew, and I was talking to him at training yesterday, and his mum is your little sister.
That's right, yeah. So he played pretty good last week, and I think he's had a good day days, but he's suffering from a bit of gastro, so...
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah. So what's his how has he came through, mate? Is he a South junior?
Yeah, he was. He played in Lapa juniors when he was much younger, and then the last couple of years, I'm not sure exactly where he was, but he went to Newington College.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so he came through that system as well, and then he spent a year over in Manly, and now he's back.
Yeah, okay. So, and what have you been up to, mate? You're a former Rabbitoh, and you've played a lot of first grade. So what have you been doing since then?
So I did the refereeing for a while after I retired. Yeah, didn't really suit me that well. I did a bit of the video refereeing, which I enjoyed, and then after that I became worked in orthopaedics, so hip and knee replacements, and I'm sort of a rep for the surgeon during the operation.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing that for about 15 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And are you still involved with footy at all, or?
No, but I'd like to be again. Yeah, I've actually felt like I've started to fall back in love with it. I think doing the referees, I fell out of love with rugby league. It's I couldn't watch a game without hearing move, dominant, or all these terms that we'd learnt in refereeing, and it wasn't as enjoyable to me.
Yeah. Ah, well, so have you tell us what you've been doing? Are you married? You got kids yourself?
Yeah, so I was married when I was really young. I had my first when I was 21. So my kids are much older. I've got a 27-year-old.
So have I.
Yeah, and he's getting married in October. So then I've got 26, 22. I do have a little fella as well, and to another relationship, and he's 4. He lives over in New Zealand, Bow. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. So, and you've been playing a bit of golf out at Eastlake Golf Club with a mate of mine, Paul Rigoni.
Oh, great fella. Yeah. Well, I've played with him a few rounds, and I'm addicted to golf, playing 2-3 times a week. Such a great game.
Yeah, so you're a member out there, are you?
Yeah.
I've played out there quite a few times, and I'm a member at the Coast.
Yeah, I follow Mavo's golf blog.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There's a little plug for the channel as the wind blows here. Yeah, so tell us about, how old were you when you made your debut for South?
I was 16 years old, so I think
Wow.
I still hold that record, and it can't be beaten, which is great because
you're not allowed to.
No, you're not allowed to beat it. So now that's awesome. It's a really nice thing.
Yeah, so good. So I think it was at 1992.
One.
Oh, 1991.
Oh, wait a minute. No, 91. That's 91. Right, correct.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So I think I was so and then you were still at South in 92 when I was there, but I broke my leg in the first game, so we didn't really get to know each other or play much footy together, but that's unfortunate. But Brownie said he was on the field when you...
Yeah, I used to defend with Tugger and Brownie, so that was our edge. So we had Brownie, Tugger, myself, and then the winger. So, yeah.
Unreal.
Two really hard heads. Grew up pretty quickly, because if you did something wrong, they told you pretty quickly that you weren't doing it right.
I know all about that. So, okay, so, and then I think you ended up at the Sharks for a while there too?
I left here and went to South, and then from South to the Roosters.
Okay.
But that didn't work out. I was only there half a year, and then I went from there to Canterbury, and Canterbury to Cronulla. And it wasn't really until I got back to Cronulla that probably had the form that I'd had previously here at South. So that was a bit of a waste of time, me going into the Roosters and Canterbury. Yeah, didn't really... Yeah, I had 2 young children at the time, both 2 under 1 years old. They was only 11 months apart. Well, I probably wasn't playing well myself, actually. So, it took a while.
Did you have a chance to watch the trial last night? What do you think of the Bunnies in 2023?
I did. I didn't see it, actually. I was out, so I missed the game. But I just was speaking to my sister who watched it and said that Manly got up, did they? But it's only a trial. We blooded a few young guys. She was talking about a guy called Tallis Duncan, is that right?
Correct,
He apparently played really well. And he's named after Gordon Tallis, is that right?
He is, and he met him live on telly, and he's a good player. We watch him a fair bit. We get to a bit of pathway, so he's one to watch.
For sure.
So are you South supporter? Do you still follow the club? And
yeah, definitely. I mean, when I was divorced, I moved back to the east, and South is definitely the club that I support. I mean, they were very generous in making me a life member when I retired, and so my loyalty is definitely to South rather than Cronulla. I mean, Cronulla's a good club, but I don't live in the area either, and so I follow South, and they're my junior club as well. So
So, and I've noticed it as well. We all notice it. The club has moved from where they were before. We're always sort of the battlers, and now they're a real powerhouse. We've got players like Latrell Mitchell and Russell Crowe, and so it's quite satisfying to see the club from where it was to where it is now.
Yeah, I was just having a chat to Keith McGraw before, and I was asking him how the new structure was working with junior teams. Were they still under the juniors, and were they still funding them? And he said no, the seniors are doing it. Tell me how successfully run they are, and they're one of the top 3 clubs in terms of turning over revenue and profit. So they've done so well. Yeah, it's really good to say. I mean, when we were younger, they just had no money, and the juniors we were wanting the juniors to take over, weren't we? So that we could get some money.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a complete 180.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll let you go. Thanks for coming up. We'll get back to us. They'll be back on the field in a minute. But so hopefully, young Drew, he's got a future at the club. Where do you see him maybe ending up? In the future?
I definitely think he's a centre, and I think potentially he's a great defender. So I think he has the potential if he wanted to, and he filled out. He could end up being in the back row as well. So I think either of those positions would suit him well. Do
you talk footy much to him? You give him much of a hand, and if you need, does he ring Uncle to have a chat?
No, he is quiet. He's probably similar to I was when I was younger, and I haven't tried to say too much, but. I just don't want to overstep the mark, So he's getting some good advice. I know I spoke to Sutto about him. Sutto really rates him. And, I'd be happy to give him what I was thinking how he plays. But as I said, I just sort of a bit wary of, saying too much and him thinking, I don't want too much noise in my head.
Well, it's interesting that you said you'd like to get back into rugby league because, I've often felt that as well. Like I had daughters and I didn't end up coaching and it don't run the line for anyone. So I feel like I am sort of now getting a bit more involved. But I think you'd be an asset to a club like South to come back, and you've got a lifetime of experience that you could impart on some of these young kids.
I agree. So I'm just trying to. It's the start of my new journey back into it, and I've come into every game so far, and let's see where it ends up.
Well, I know JD follows us, so if JD watching this, we've got a bloke here that might be keen to get back involved. So thanks, Paul Miller.
Good on
you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Appreciate that. Good on you. All right, so that was good.
Nice, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good on you. We're still live here, so I'm just going to go down here on the laptop. I've just noticed while we're talking, you can see that the laptop's flapping around. Look at the wind. I'm a bit worried it's going to blow off the thing. But see the chat there? You can see it. So I'm going to go down and talk about it now. So we just got $2.99 from Danny Kutulis. He said, "This is the best. Go Bunnies." Thank you, mate. And Anthony Grunstein said, "Great coverage, guys. #1 Bunnies TV and Bunnies supporter in Thailand, all the way from Thailand. Beautiful place, beautiful part of the world. Who doesn't love a pad thai or a chicken green curry?" So we're zooming in there. See the laptop flapping around. So we're going to need something to bolt it down, I think. And then Bridget Weiss from the Borough, $7.99. Thank you, love. Her daughters, Sammy and Stacey, are good mates with my daughter Demi and Jazz. Hexeter, Aaron desperately need props. DSF. Junior, TB, DM, geez, hard to promise. I can't really understand all that, but the great Paul Mello said Rob Trelaw. So Brownie's back with us now, and then so you can see the chat there. So that's what we're looking at when we're we do see it. But as you can imagine, I'm doing the camera work. I'm looking through the viewfinder, and I'm trying to chat. So we're going okay here. We've got a lot of people watching. Brownie's just had a look now, and he's catching up as the doggies come back onto the field. But yeah, Brownie, Paulie Mello, he was good.
Yeah, he's a good fella, Paulie. Great player in his day. He made his debut at a young age. You probably would have spoke about that.
He did. 16 years old, and it can't ever be broken
because
you're not allowed to anymore. So
you go.
That's quite satisfying to know. And I'm just a bit worried. I might try and push this back a bit, Brownie, because I'm a bit worried it's going to fly off.
So we just had a record breaker.
Yep.
On Bunnies TV.
Yeah, and David Felstead, channel member, give us $5 and said, "Keep it up." Ned Kelly said, "Great little interview, Mavo." So thank you very much for that. I do enjoy doing the interviews. We've had some good interviews on the show and plenty more to come. But I'll clip that interview up as standalone, just like we did with Shannon Donato last week. He was good as well. So yeah, I thought it was good that we filled in about 3 or 4 minutes at half time. And who better to do it than Paul Miller? And Brownie, what he did say is he's getting a bit itchy to get back into the game.
Well, he refereed there for a little while.
He did, and he said he lost his love for the game refereeing, but now it's come back.
Yep.
And I said to him, JD watches this, you'd be an asset to any club, So, it's going
and here we go.
Anyway,
Tyrone Munro gets us underway for the second half of the SG Ball fixture. Round 2 between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Canterbury Bulldogs, where the Rabbitohs lead 14 points to 10 here at a sunny Redfern Oval.
Yep. With thanks to Dot Bill Constructions. We're away again, and we're up here against this star-studded Doggies team. So the boys have bounced back. They were down 10-0 if you are just joining us, and they flew back into a 14 points to 10 lead thanks to 2 tries from Tyrone Munro. You've probably heard of him. He's a star on the rise. He could end up on the wing for South, no worries whatsoever, or fullback don't know if he's going to push Latrell to centres, but that's another argument for another day. But yeah, he's got a lot of potential. Anyway, the Doggies are on the attack here.
And just going back to the positional change today for Munro, he really looks comfortable at fullback, Mavo. I know Dane Towns played well last week, and he's out for a couple of weeks with a broken thumb, we believe, as Munro takes the ball in goal.
Well done.
We'll bring it back out to a 20-metre tap, and geez, he looks good. That does,
he does. Oh, we had Black offside there. TJ couldn't get back quick enough.
Couldn't get back quick enough.
Tyrone just flew. Tyrone just flew up there, just glided up, just like the gazelle, and he's away now, and he's had a little run. So let's look for South to get off their line here. And 2 pass out there. That's out to Tommy Fletcher. He can go.
Just a bit of information on Munro. He's been training with a top 30 squad throughout the pre-season.
Oh, and a little mistake there. I'll just give him a rap. The commentator's curse. Tommy Fletcher, our little big edge back rower, the kid from the bush.
His dad, Nick, turnover.
Dad Nick has been donating he's a channel member. He's been donating in the chat. He supports us here on the show, and he loves what we do. He talks to Chaps quite a bit. Our co-host Chaps is in here, just so you know. You got Mavo.
Yeah, I just spoke to Chaps. He's on his way to the airport. He's going to try and catch the second half. He's on his way to the Sunshine Coast Airport there. He had family commitments up there at North, and a shout out to him. We're missing him immensely here. Our host and our caller on Bunnies TV.
Live and free at Redfern Oval for the SG Ball round 2.
As the Bulldogs go on the attack here in the halfback. Matai takes it to the line, gets tackled.
Iverson, yep.
There's Mari.
Oh, good shot there. Who was that over the top? Number 20, Brownie, I think.
18. That's Viru. Oh,
Viru.
No, that's Pritchard. Number 18, Pritchard.
That was a knock on there.
Just a bit of...
Pritchard, the 20,
Bit of...
so that was a let off there.
Yeah, nice. That was a knock on there from the Bulldogs, and the Rabbitohs will get the feed.
Yep.
It might be just a turnover these days.
Yep. So
they've allowed it to go to the middle. No, it's a scrum.
Yep. So
you've got to keep up with these rules. Sometimes it's a scrum, sometimes it's a turnover.
Yep.
And a shout out to David Felstead, who just donated $5. A big thank you to David and anyone else who would like to do that. It just helps out our channel and obviously helps us produce great content as Wright takes it. He's very classy, this young kid, Daniel Wright, who tried to scoop on the outside of his opposition number, Herring, under Pritchard.
Yeah, Pettigrew Pritchard. We got him from the Panthers.
Only
mid-season signing. Yeah. Just put a good shot
that was
on.
Scholes, sorry.
My
mistakes. That was Pritchard who just had to hit up. Oh, no, that's not Pritchard either. That was...
We are missing Chaps, Brownie.
Yes, we are. Okay, let's get back on the roll here.
There's the big prop there, was it?
That's the last tackle. They'll be looking for the halves in either Hawkins or Murray. Murray, he's got that nice little daft kick, a nice little chip and chase. Munro's on the ball. He regathers. Munro, he scoots away. Oh, he offloads it, but it's gone forward.
Oh, that was unlucky there.
Very unlucky. He done well to regather the chip. He had to reach up high and then got on the outside of his fullback, run around the fullback, lost his balance. It was just a bit unfortunate. He was unbalanced. Otherwise, he would have linked up with his outside men to score another try. But
a little bit of Munro magic again, Brownie.
He's a class player, this Tyrone Munro. He's exciting to watch.
Apologies for the camera work. I just tried to spin around real quick. It's not real quick on the feet these days.
As the Bulldogs now work it off their line. And the Rabbitohs lead this fixture 14 points to 10 if you've only just joined us. It's the round 2 fixture of the SG Ball between the Canterbury Bulldogs and the South Sydney Rabbitohs down here at sunny Redfern Oval. If you don't know where Redfern is, if you joined us from overseas, it's only 1 kilometre from the CBD of Sydney, and it's an area where I actually grew up. I only grew up 100 metres from the Oval as the Bulldogs on the charge, and that's Seve offloads. Oh,
good run there.
To Weatherall Stacey, I think it is the fullback.
Yeah, the fullback. He's quick.
We come down the right-hand side through Amal. Amal And Scholes is there to save the day
Well
for
done.
the Rabbitohs. He's
Yeah.
had a great game, Scholes. He's been
Yes.
involved in everything. And there's Munro, just takes a nice little scoot from dummy half.
Oh,
He's going to slow play the ball.
there's something in the tackle there. I think it was
Just slow to his
He
feet.
sort of went to the head area. It was a bit high, so he's resented what's happened in the tackle there, Tyrone.
And John Trellier, will you guys be watching our old junior Jordan Mailata play the NFL final on Monday? Well, I know Mavo is a huge NFL fan. I'll be watching the Super Bowl for sure. It's a great event. Not only is it, the American football's grand final, it's an event in itself, isn't it, Mavo?
Oh, absolutely. They got Rihanna at halftime, and they got the Brother Bowl, the Kelsey Bowl. The two brothers going head-to-head, Travis and Jason, two future Hall of Famers. So there's so many stories. But the Mailata story, former Rabbitoh, he's playing left tackle, one of the second most important position on the field. He's on a $65 million contract with the Eagles. So absolutely, he could be the first Aussie to actually play in a Super Bowl and win it. So the monster Jesse Williams, is it, Brownie?
Yes.
He did that with the Seahawks, but he didn't actually play. So yes, it's a huge game, and I'm really looking forward to that. The Eagles, they've got a huge chance of winning. They are the number one defense up against the number one offense in Kansas City. So Patrick Mahomes, he's a special player, should I say. He's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And so it's a really interesting matchup. It's going to be a great game. And yes, I will be looking at that. I will be watching that intently. And yeah, good luck to our former Rabbitoh, Jordan Mailata.
As the Rabbitohs, yes, very good luck to Jordan. I'll be interested to see how he goes. But the Rabbitohs just gain a penalty coming off their line, and Herring takes a tap and offloads it to Pritchard, who's dragged backwards a couple metres. Herring keeps coming to the left-hand side.
Yeah. So they don't have to do anything special with the Rabbits. They just got
That
to
was
keep.
Jacob Viru. Murray onto Fletcher down this
Good
left-hand
run.
edge. We keep going. Herring onto Murray. Number 20.
We got him on the program.
Yeah, he's just not on the
That's
program.
Katerina Pritchard, isn't it, or no?
No, that's number no.
Oh no, yeah, I'll tell you that is. That's
Number 18.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah, I think it might be on your tip
Yeah,
sheet.
Nathaniel Gallo.
Yeah,
Nathaniel Gallo.
Yeah,
as
that's right.
Hawkins gets a kick away and bounces under the post, and the fullback, Weatherall Stacey, regathers it for the Bulldogs and works their way out off their line. The South Sydney Rabbitohs lead 14 points to 10. And just a shout out to GLK RJS. $30, a donation, $30 on the live chat. A big thank you to you, and it's very welcoming that all you guys donate. It's very appreciative, and it only helps us provide better content for our live stream. We can spend the money on quality camera gear as the Bulldogs go up the middle through Seve. Seve's a big body, and he split us up the middle, but he's came up with an
dropped
error.
the ball. Wow, that was looking dangerous, Brownie. They were going straight through the middle, foe Seve, and there was a big run before that. And you know they're looking dangerous here. So that is, GJK RJS, $31. You legend, and it says goal. So the little animation comes up. You can't miss it. So I'm just going to come down on that. So I'm going to focus on that so you can see it.
Are they a Bulldogs supporter or
Look
a
at that.
Rabbitohs supporter?
So that's what we see, and that's our man that's done that. And then also the comment after that. Just imagine some of these players are going to be the next star. So that is right, Sammy T. Dawg.
So that is what we see, guys.
Yeah.
If you donate any amount of money, that chat comes up like that, and it stands out for us.
But Sammy T. Dawg, you are right. Some of these players will be playing first grade, no doubt about it. And you can go back and watch when they were kids. Well, they're not kids, but they're in the under-19s here in the SG Ball, just on the verge of
Well, they are
breaking
exactly
into the
Maybe
first
that's
grade.
a great word. They're on the verge, and
Yeah.
some of these kids are already training in the top 30, such as Tyrone Munro and Hazen Mellors, who have spent the off-season. And there's another error from the Rabbitohs. Jeez,
Didn't need that, did we, Brownie?
no, well, they don't, and they're just putting so much pressure on their defence. The Rabbitohs coming off their line, and it's going to be another set of 6 to the Bulldogs with inside their 50 metres.
So maybe in 20, 30 years' time, someone will be back watching this on Bunnies TV saying, oh, look at Tyrone Munro when he was only a 19-year-old kid, and we knew he was going to be good then, and he certainly was. He's 150 first grade, 200 down the line. I think he's that good he could be doing that, but he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and I'm sure the success will come for him. And a few others in both of these squads.
As the Bulldogs work it away off the scrum, there's another drop ball.
And it's gone straight to the Rabbitohs.
Daniel Wright was jolly on the spot.
Well, he was in the right place at the right time, pardon the pun.
As he gets slammed into the ground there by Sewer, who's twice the size of him. And Thomas Fletcher, he doesn't shirk the task.
He doesn't.
A great run there, and Herring takes off out of dummy half on tackle 3.
Also known as the Axe. We've got another super sticker there, Brownie.
We certainly have, and that's from Paula, $10 donation. A big thank you very much to Paula. And there's another error.
No, we didn't need that. That's Paula Hunt. Thank you very, very much. That's appreciated. Yep, and just on cue, they've dropped the ball. And look, they're up 14-10. There's 24 minutes to go in this round 2 SG ball clash. So they've got the lead. But you've got to hold the ball, Brownie. You've got to build possession. You've got to build pressure on the opposition and get to your kick. And they haven't done that the last 2 sets of 6. And you cannot do that against quality opposition like this mob. So let's hope they can defend now and hold them out.
Well, ball control is important in every grade you play, whether you're playing under 6s, under 10s, under 12s, under 18s, and even at this level, all the way up into first grade. And we were talking about it before, Mavo, you know, you aim to go out and complete it at around 80, 85%. And if we can complete at 80% from here on in, we win the game.
Exactly.
So there's 23 minutes to go. We lead 14 points to 10. If we can complete, 80% of the rest of our sets, we're going to go a long way to winning this game.
Absolutely. And we've got a new channel member there, Brownie. I'll just get you have a look. It comes, oh, they've gone straight through. Hang on a minute. That's number 14. And he's away.
And that's Mari.
Oh,
a great tackle there.
Hazen Mellors comes across and stops the try.
He's got
the ball. Well, that's another one that could be playing first grade. And looking back at that, what he did as a kid, Brownie. Hazen Mellors.
That was a high shot has been called here.
Oh, well, we needed that. And channel member Dave R has just joined the channel. Thank you very much for that, mate. You can join this channel and get exclusive content from us for as little as $6 a month. So about $72 a year. And you're going to support us here on the show. And we really appreciate that. And we value our members.
And we do, because we give them exclusive content as well.
He's going to go and report here, this kid, I think. Or is he just giving him a warning?
It's just a warning. He went a little bit high, but
what Brownie, Hazen Mellors there.
Hazen Mellors. Take your hat off, son. That was a great chase. And not only did he stop a try, he come up with the ball as Murray puts it into touch.
And that was number 14 who we got told as a player to watch. I think it's Mari.
Massimo Mari.
So he changed the game last week when he came on, and he nearly did it again just there.
As Thomas Fletcher charges in off the tap.
Yeah.
On the 30-metre line. Herring out to the right-hand side. Another lost ball, and what we just spoke about. It's got to be better than that in terms of ball control.
Who is that, Brownie? That number 15.
That was number 15.
That's he's coming to the side.
Number 15.
It's Rosati, is it?
Yeah, no, it's Lennox Rosati, number 15.
Rosati, yeah, gee. Yeah. So he's starting. He started for Matthias Heslin, who's out injured.
Yeah, Rosati.
We're also missing Liam LeBlanc and Dane Towns, if you missed that earlier in the coverage.
Yeah.
So we've had 3 late changes, but then we've got the wind up here. We've been doing. This is our 3rd game of 4. So
as the Bulldogs go on the attack, Drew Williams just falls off, but Dean Hawkins was there to cover. And the Bulldogs on the 40-metre line charges into the South Sydney Rabbitohs defence, where the Rabbitohs lead 14 points to 10. The hooker takes off from dummy half, a quick play of the ball, and puts us under pressure. That was Lenyon, the halfback of Erzin. Matai. He's a great little player, Matai.
Is it Iverson or
Iverson? Yeah, Iverson.
As in Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson, the basketballer.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to be put to the ground. He's stood in the tackle. He's offloaded.
They've got to get numbers there.
And he's got it down.
He's got it down.
That was a number 10, was it, Brownie?
Yeah, Jermaine Pengai, who scores beside the upright, and that just comes off the back of back-to-back errors, Mavo.
Yeah, well, we said it. You just cannot afford to give quality opposition the ball in number 10. Yeah, he's barged over there and put his side
Equal,
and this will put him behind 2 points because Sewer, he'll throw this over here in front with the wind behind him. He might even kick this out of the ground, Brownie, but
well, like the old days, over the fence. There'll be kids waiting there.
Kids waiting there.
And you wouldn't get the ball back.
No, you wouldn't. So we've thanks to Bunny water with a purpose. We've got 20 minutes left in this game, and the Dogs have hit back. So,
and we'd like to thank all our sponsors.
Yeah, give them a run, Brownie.
Bunnies TV is proudly brought to you by Darryl Lee, George's Cameras, Sight Pizza, the Juniors Gripper Clubs, Dot Build Constructions, NG Farah, Bunnaby Water, and Blast Pit.
So there you go. There's a whole list of our sponsors if you're looking for all local businesses as well, Mavo.
They are.
Proud supporters of Bunnies TV.
And there's a link to those sponsors in the description of this video. So there's a drop-down box underneath, and as he goes in for the kick.
And he missed it.
Oh, my God.
He's missed it.
Wow, well, that's shades of last week.
Similar to what we did last week.
Well, the commentator's curse. I said he could throw this over. It's going to kick it out of the ground, and he missed it. So thank you very much. I might have to say that a bit more. But anyway, it's 14 all here on the Darryl Lee scoreboard, making it better since 1927. And there it is. That's the equation. 14 all. Game on, Brownie.
It certainly is with 19 minutes to go. The Rabbitohs 14, the Canterbury Bulldogs 14, as there's a couple of replacements made. And young Bailey Smith has taken the field. The Botany Rams Jr. replacing Herring, who's getting a spell. He's been well today, Herring. He's done a lot of work. He's great service. And Bailey Smith has just come on to do his job. He'll be up there in their faces now. And big man on little man. What a tackle there from Bailey Smith round the legs. And that's a copybook tackle.
He's a good player, Brownie. He can run the ball. He can find the try line, and he defends ferociously. So he's a good addition to get out there in the middle to tighten them up when they're all starting to get tired. Well, that's
once
a good
again,
run.
He puts his body on the line, the young kid. Big man on little man. And they got a repeat set there. I don't think he knew the halfback. He was going to Matai. He didn't realise till late that they got a 6 again call. So they're under pressure here, the Rabbitohs.
Oh, big run there. That's a solid run.
The Bulldogs on the attack through Pangai. Pangai, short ball there to Jones. Nice little tip on between
AJ.
the forwards, working together.
Yep, he's a different AJ to
Armau out the back. That's nice hands, and Sewer is going to go on and score in the corner. And the Bulldogs back-to-back tries, which takes them out to an 18 points to 14 lead with a kick to come from the sideline. 17 minutes to go.
Well, they got we picked up an infringement and gifted them possession again. So penalties, mistakes have cost this team now, because with 17 minutes to go, they're up by a try. And Sewer with the flowing locks, he's got a fair head of hair on him, Brownie. I had a bit of a curly hair in the back in the day, but I don't think I had anything as impressive as that. But he's been good. He's going to try and convert his own try here to put his team up by a converted try with 17 minutes to go here at Redfern Oval. And we're going to have a drinks break. So we've got a little bit of a break here. We'll have a look at a bit of a chat. Be good to see Munro and Mellors get a run in the Charity Shield. There you go, Lazar. Well, no, that's not going to happen, but they're on the verge of it. Bradley Sisuto says, let's trot. Sammy talks at how is the under 19? He's a tank, yep. And Ned Kelly said, can we hang on to the ball? So that's going to be imperative now. So they've stopped the clock with 16 minutes, 49 left in the game. Yeah, so Blake Swan said, yeah, we're making a few defensive errors, rookie errors. So Jibble 93 said Damon Marshall, future NRL Bulldogs player for sure. So there you go, number 21 out there. And as Sewer lines up this kick, we've got a good view of it here on Bunnies TV. I'll zoom in a little bit. We can see how we go. We'll zoom in. We can just see the top of the grandstand there. So that's the best we're going to get. He moves in, strikes it nice. Look at that. Nearly over the black dot. So Converted there by Sewer and the Doggies.
All of a sudden, go out to a 20 points to 14 lead, Mavo, with 16 minutes to go. So the Rabbitohs have got to work hard now to get themselves back into the match.
Yep.
And
so
look, there's still plenty of time left.
there is plenty of time left. So if you're just joining us, the Tasha Gale girls went down in our first live stream at 10:30. So we've been here all day. The Harold Matts boys went down in our second live stream. This is our third live stream back to back, and you believe it or not, we're going to do 4. We're going to do the women's when they come on after this. We'll be on. We might need they might need to wheel us out in wheelchairs, Brownie, because it's a.
I might have to start eating some of these chocolates, I think.
Yeah.
Daryl Lee
Yeah.
sponsor
I need the energy.
rice bubble balls. But as the Bulldogs, they charge upfield again, they've got to.
Yeah, it's a 10-point breeze, Brownie. You can just see the last 2 kickoffs haven't gone far, and it's given these boys field position that we cannot afford to give them.
That's great defence there from Thomas Fletcher, who was involved there with young Murray and Wright, who just dropped off at the end. But the Bulldogs working it to the centre field now, and there's only a couple of tackles to go as they go on the attack again, the Bulldogs.
Off to the left here. Ball goes to ground. Oh, that was unlucky.
Geez, he's got some toe. And that's Wetherell Stacey. That was very unlucky because that could have went either way, Mavo.
Yeah, it was. It was a lucky bounce. His team comes in to celebrate. That is Wetherell Stacey, who's in the Queensland Under-19s emerging squad with our very own Hazen Mellors and.
Yeah, the ball. I'm just watching the replay now.
Liam LeBlanc and I think Jai
The
Gray
ball
as well.
went out the back, and Hazen Mellors went to attack the ball, and it just bounced the other way. If it could have bounced into Hazen's hands, well, he would have run away and scored. And that's the beauty of rugby league. It's the bounce of the ball.
Yep. Yeah. So bounce of the ball went against us, and that they did not need that.
Unfortunately for us, it went against us, but fortunate enough for the Doggies, they go on to score another try back to back, and it's similar to the Harold Matts where they scored 3 and 4 tries in a short period of time, and the Bulldogs now race out to a 24 points to 14 lead with a kick to come from in front. I'm not going to say he's going to kick it because he just missed one from the same spot.
He did. So just adjusting the camera a bit there. It's been, like we said, it's been a bit of a big day, but I'm enjoying it, Brownie.
Well, there's a shout out and a live chat from Newington Rugby 2022. We've been talking about Newington, and Jacob Viru and Daniel Wright, both Newington first 15 last year.
Oh,
and we've had a couple of boys play today from Newington on the same path as our skipper Cameron Murray, and a big shout out to Newington College. It's a great pathway for rugby league and rugby union.
Yep.
And we thank you for your live chat from you guys there at Newington, and keep up the great work in developing players in both codes.
Well, we just had Paul Mellor on at half-time, and Drew Williams, his nephew, he is another product of Newington, so it's a great nursery of rugby league there.
Yep.
And like we said, Drew's mum Louise is Paul's younger sister, and so there's a sporting talent running through the veins of the Mellor family, and there they are out there, the girls. That's what we'll be doing our last game, the New South Wales Cup. And
Sewer converts that kick, unlike the one before, and the Bulldogs go out to a 26 points to 14 lead. And if you've just joined us, my name is Darren Brown, a former Rabbitoh player, and I'm joined by my co-host on Bunnies TV. He's Steve Maven, who's a former Rabbitoh himself. So we're both Rabbitohs, but we also played with the Canterbury Bulldogs for a year as well, Maven.
We did, mate. Yeah, we had 1 year there in 91, and we had Barry Ward come up on the Tasha Gale call, I think it was. It was that long ago now, I can't really remember. But Wardy come up, and we were at the Dogs in 91. So we
a great club too.
We both played first grade for these two clubs, so we feel like we're okay placed to talk about footy and call it. So yeah, and we've been doing our show since 2019. We began as a podcast. Now we're a YouTube channel, a website. We've got socials. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. You'll find us on bunniestv.au. And good kick there. Pressure.
Nice take there from is that Daniel Wright has just jumped back into the fullback position.
Yep.
To give Munro a spell, who looks like he's going to become. He looks like he's coming from the field, Munro.
Yeah.
Whether he's got a couple of cramps, I don't know. He's just limping off.
I think the wind's blowing the camera around a bit as well. The laptop's ready to go.
Yeah, I've got the laptop, and we can't afford the laptop to go. And Adam Madison, who was in the crowd, he said, "Great call, boys." Listening to the call while at the ground, just like the old days, listening to Frank Hyde at the footy. Yeah, that's exactly right, Matto. Frank Hyde and his team, and even nowadays the continuous call team with Ray Hadley, Andrew Moore, Blocker Roach. And that's a great kick there from the Rabbitohs, who just took an awkward bounce and sewer.
How did that not go out?
Yeah, the bounce of the ball, Mavo.
Yep, it hasn't been going our way.
And Adam Madison has been a big fan of the show as well, Mavo.
He has.
He's involved with Bunnaby Water, one of our sponsors and supporters of the show. And he's been a great help, especially in the early days, talking about the business model and giving us pointers here and there. And we thank you. And Matto, you're a legend of a bloke, mate.
He is. Matto from Matto. And a lot of you would have saw we live streamed the Matto Tigers as they go through here. Look out, we're in trouble.
The front rower on the front rower.
Good tackle.
And that was Underhill on the Pangai, back to Underhill as the Bulldogs go on the attack again. And there it is, another try on the inside to Matai. And he puts the game to bed by the looks of it. With 10 minutes to go, the Bulldogs scoot out to a 30 points to 14 lead with a kick to come.
Yeah, so the wheels falling off the wagon now, Brownie. They've just went through. That was way too easy coming through there. And, so.
Well, we said, Mavo, in the first half how strong the wind was, and we've really struggled to get out of our half the second half. I can't see any of the play being played in our half, and there's the great man himself, Phil Gould, walking down the stairs. He's got some great things put in place here at the Bulldogs, and it all starts at this level, the pathways. He's a very smart man, Phil Gould. As
there he is.
Walks away, shakes the hands of some of his players.
Looks like he's off.
He's off.
He might be, well, he's obviously not working today, maybe
He might have to go do some media work himself. He's very involved with Channel 9. He's a great caller of the game. He works for the NRL. I think he might even work on the podcast. He's got a podcast, the NRL
he's got a
podcast.
He does a bit of everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's
a great man, Gus.
Yeah, he's a former Rabbitoh too. We should have probably tried to get him up for a chat, Brownie.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yep.
As Sual looks to convert the Bulldogs try, and he uses the wind beautifully. And like we said, and you've heard it here, the wind is that strong, and you've got a great view of that wind just then as Suar aimed the ball way out to the left-hand upright and brought it back and takes his side to a 32 points to 14 lead with 8 minutes to go.
Yep. So there it is on the, you've just said it there, with thanks to Dot Bill Constructions and Blast Pit. They've gone for the short kickoff.
And Jibble 93, Damon Marshall wearing number 10 but named in 21. What's doing there? Well,
really? Is that right? Okay, well we weren't aware of that because we've been calling him as someone else.
Yeah, we've been calling him Pangai.
So there's no 21. So right, and he scored a try then. So that's So someone just said he's a future NRL star. He's in that. Damon Marshall's in that emerging Queensland under-19 side with the fullback Weatherall Stacey, and also Hazen Mellors, Liam LeBlanc, and I think Jai Gray.
Yes, he is.
Too, so
Jai Gray's not playing today. He's out for a couple of weeks. Our superstar halfback, who has also been training with the first grade squad throughout the pre-season with the top 30, and he's out for another 3 weeks.
Yeah, I
spoke to him the other day.
Yeah, he spoke to him yesterday, and he said he's loving it at South. Everyone's been really good. He's been working with, Cody Walker and the likes, Latrell. So he's obviously in a dream situation for any young footballer. Oh, they've just coughed that up. That was unlucky for them there. Yeah. If that goes to hand, then that's another try. So
they're down for troops. Yeah, I just noticed young Bailey was at fullback then. Young Bailey Smith.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering where Sut is. He usually stands They stand up in that area up there. I'll just try and zoom in on it. I can't really see them, but they stand. This is where they watch it from up there. I can't really see. Yeah, there. That's him there. Look, you see his hands on the rail? That's right there. So that's where they were. There's Joe O'Callaghan there, head of Pathways. So, yeah, they wouldn't be happy because they won't win. So, anyway, we'll go back here.
There's young Daniel Wright, very quick on his feet, very elusive.
Yep. So, I know that why they're there because I have filmed from up there and stood with them behind them. Try not to talk too much because obviously you don't want to be talking while they're coaching, but yeah, it's a good vantage point there. You get a good look at the field just like we've got here.
And the Rabbitohs work their way out with Hazen Millers, who hasn't had many opportunities. Nice little offload there.
A little basketball pass.
Yeah.
And he played for Queensland in basketball too, Hazen. So he's talented, mate. Talented young kid. Could be anything in this game. He's picked rugby league over basketball. His mum's watching. She's donating to the channel. His mum is a good basketballer too, an Olympic basketballer.
He's got great size for a winger as well.
Yeah. And his dad, Vince, he scored a try on debut for the Warriors. So sporting pedigree galore in the Mellors family.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And great family. We got the opportunity to meet them last week. They drove all the way down from Brisbane to watch the boy play, and yeah, they're really excited that he's here at the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Yeah, exactly. And I did a little video of him last week and put it on TikTok and went viral. It's at about, 100,000 or something last time I looked.
Is that all?
Yeah, we usually talk in the millions here on our Bunnies TV TikTok. So all you youngsters out there, if you're not following us, have a look. You might even be on there one day. If you come up, we'll put you on. But yeah, a lot of it's Latrell Mitchell, and so that's a reason why we're getting so many views. But we have had a lot of views from content that isn't first graders. We get pathway stars, and we get people at the Curry Knockout, or we get a kid kicking a soccer ball. So yeah, we put anything on our channel. We're happy to share any good content as long as people like to watch it. We'll show it. As
Matai puts a nice little kick down there to Bailey Smith, who is normally a hooker, is playing fullback at the moment. So we're down on troops.
Well, he is versatile. He has played 5'8", so he can play any position in the backs, I reckon. Yeah. Bailey Smith, he's tough. He's got good hands. Like I said, he knows his way to the line. He scored a try on Bunnies TV. I think it was 2 years ago now. And I didn't know who he was until he scored it. And now, since got to meet his mum, Donna, and his dad, Justin, they both work in the pathway system. And yeah, they're proud Botany Rams. And there's plenty of Botany Rams out here, but we're not going too well because we're not going to win this game. There's only 3 minutes 54 to go. Right. So let's see if the boys can finish off well, Brownie. And just so you know, this stream will end after this, and then we'll start the women's stream. We might need a chair or something, Brownie, but anyway, we'll be right.
The Harvey Norman's women, that'll be the last game of a marathon day here down at Redfern Oval. Yep. It's been beautiful weather. It's cooled down a little bit with the breeze as the Rabbitohs go onto the attack. They're on the 40-metre line, and they haven't been in this area of the field for quite some time, Mavo.
No, they haven't. So, look, they want to finish off with some points if they can.
On to Hawkins out the back. On to Murray, who fleet foots his way around the Canterbury defence. On to Fletcher. Nice hands to Wright. Wright tiptoes inside. Beats one, beats two. Back to Fletcher. Fletcher working his way to the middle of the field. He's still going. He's taken 3 and 4 with him.
Good run,
and
Tommy.
We're on the attack here, the Rabbitohs. Herring looks to pass to Hawkins. Hawkins out. Nice little kick. We regather.
6 again.
Smith.
He's played at that. Bailey's offloaded.
Offloads to Hawkins.
So we got another set. He's played at that. I didn't see what the ref signalled there, but obviously he's kicked it. So this is a chance here. Up to the blind. He's got it away.
Mellors.
Junior.
Mellors. Hazen.
We got Mellor and Mellors here.
I know. I said Mellors. Sorry. I apologise to the Mellors.
He's sitting in front of us. Paul. He's flicked it out the back. That's play on.
It's out the back. On to Fletcher. Fletcher looks to offload. He can't offload the Canterbury defence too well. Herring at dummy half. Comes down the short side. On to Murray. Nice long ball. It goes to ground. Bailey Scholes couldn't control it. I don't think he had the opportunity to control it. It went to ground. It was the right idea coming down the short side. We had numbers. Unfortunately, the pass went to ground, and the Bulldogs still lead 32 points to 14.
So, Brownie,
with 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go. So, has Tyrone Munro suffered an injury or something? He's come off?
Well, he did limp off, Mavo. I don't think there was much in it. Maybe they just wanted to get him off for precautionary reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. We will get an update off Donna Smith, who you can see down there. who was the team manager down there, and I don't think it was too serious, Mabo. He walked off. There was no concern of him, there was no stoppage of play of him getting injured. So
yeah, so we're going to end this stream after the full-time siren, and then to watch the women's team, you've got to go to our Bunnies TV homepage, our channel on YouTube, or you can find the link on Facebook, Instagram. Sorry if I just zoomed out there.
And Sizzy, I think Sizzy, are you guys looking for people to help out with the stream, like an intern or something? Well, look, we'd be certainly interested.
Good take there, but Bailey.
Shoot us off an email with all your information and your details, and
send us a message on. I don't think our email's on our. I'll have to start putting the email on our. So you can send us a message on Facebook Messenger or Instagram, Twitter. We respond to all our messages. Sometimes not as quick as we'd like, but
we'll see what your credentials are.
Or you can send. I'll tell you the email. We've got an email. It's called admin@bunniestv.au. There you go. So send us a message there, and we'd absolutely like to get all the help we can get. We've had some great help from people over the years, from Sam from Solar Sydney, through to Michael Gibby from SEQIT. We've also got Clinton Hahn helps us out too. So
and we've had plenty of help from all the viewers today as well. All your donations.
Offside there and the kick.
There it is.
There it is. It's all over. Thanks to everyone who's live chatted.
And the Bulldogs run out winners, 32 points to 14 in this extra SG ball fixture round 2. And like Mavo said, if you want to continue to watch the Harvey Norman women's, you'll have to go to another link. Oh, we're still going here.
Oh,
it's and
just kicks it out.
Sue just kicks it out, and that's it. It'll be all over as the boys shake hands, and we will see you on the next link. Thank you very much.
So just so you know, before we go,
Bunnies TV is proudly brought to you by Darryl Lee, George's Cameras, Sight Pizza, the Juniors Gripper Clubs, Dot Build Constructions, NG Farah, Bunnaby Water,
there it is,
and Blast Pit.
And thanks to Dallas, who's been helping us out here, giving us a hand for a few of the stats. And Johnny there. Johnny, how you going? You travelling all right? That's good. Well, we'll see you on the next stream. Thanks, everyone.
And don't forget our merchandise.
Yeah, they're on the way too.
They're on their way.
Look at that.
Shirts.
Yeah.
We've got hoodies coming up as well. So
yep.
If you're interested, shoot us off an email or send us a message on our socials, and we will put you on the list.
And Bopper Macca said, love Bunnies TV. You guys do an exceptional job. But that's a nice way to finish. Thank you, legend. Thank you for this feedback.